I'm going to start in English to tell you what we are going to do. We want to practice today's Python functions containing the word try in it. There are some of them. There is an if, raise, try, except, then a try, except, then a try, except, else, and a try, except, finally. There is also a try, return, finally. And the last but not least will be the try, except, return, finally in VS Code and on Programmits. After that, we will move on with Linux practice in the browser, where we will type more commands like the one to remove directories, subdirectories, and files or links. We will create an error file, and we will see the comparison and the difference of files. We will see also how to find all users in the system, and also how to add or remove users. And at the end, we will see how to create variables. Now, let me tell you the same thing in German. Heute wollen wir die Python-Funktionen üben, die das Wort try enthalten. Es gibt ein if, raise, try, except, dann ein try, except und dann try, except, else. Es gibt dann auch noch ein try, except, finally. Es gibt auch ein try, return, finally. Und als letzte wird das try, except, return, finally sein. In VS Code via Bash Terminal und in programmits.com. Danach fahren wir fort mit Linux-Praxis im Browser, wo wir weitere Befehle eingeben wollen, wie zum Beispiel den zum Entfernen von Verzeichnissen, Unterverzeichnissen, Dateien oder Links. Wir werden auch einen Fehlerdatei erstellen. Wir werden den Vergleich und den Unterschied von Dateien sehen. Wir werden sehen, wie man alle Benutzer im System findet und auch wie man Benutzer hinzufügt oder entfernt. Und am Ende werden wir sehen, wie man Variables erstellt. Bon, maintenant, je vais dire la même chose en français. Donc aujourd'hui, comme j'ai dit en anglais, j'ai reçu quelques mauvaises nouvelles. Hein. Je n'ai pas reçu mon laptop, mais j'ai reçu une bonne nouvelle qui s'appelle le remboursement. Et aujourd'hui, le jour de la Saint-Valentin, on m'a encore volé dans l'immeuble, on m'a volé mon paquet que je recevais donc pour la Saint-Valentin. Et ça, c'est pas cool. Donc voilà, c'est encore un petit souci, mais bon, ça m'empêchera pas d'avancer. Donc aujourd'hui, malgré tout, on va quand même coder des fonctions Python qui contiennent le mot try. Il y aura d'abord un if, raise, try, except. Ensuite, il y aura un try, except et aussi un try, except, else. Puis un try, except, finally. Et il y aura aussi un try, return, finally. Et le dernier sera le try, except, return, finally dans VS Code via Terminal Bash et aussi dans programmits.com. Après cela, nous passerons à la pratique de Linux dans le navigateur aussi, hein, le browser, où nous verrons plus de commandes comme celle pour supprimer des répertoires, des sous-répertoires, des fichiers et des liens. Comment supprimer tout ça. Nous allons aussi créer un fichier qui s'affiche en erreur. Hein. Nous verrons aussi la comparaison et la différence de deux fichiers. Et à la fin, je vais aussi montrer comment trouver les utilisateurs du système et comment ajouter ou supprimer un utilisateur. Et à la fin, nous verrons comment définir des variables. All right, let's start. We're going to do that here in VS Code, where I have to always go and stick, the name of my file down here in the terminal bash, as you can see. Let's first comment all this. And I'm going to get that one down too, a little bit. And now we can start at line 23. Let's start with this raise if, return, except. Huh? It'll be a def. And then I'm gonna get a check my age. Huh? My age. Then we want to get age in parentheses, and we need the column. And then we're going to get an if here. And if age is less than 0, we need another pair of column. We're going to raise right here value error. And then inside we're going to get age cannot, yes, cannot be negative. Let's put it like this. All right. And then we want to return age. So as you can see, return my age, and then try age equal check my age. So I did put my age, but in minus 47, except value error as v, print v. And now we want to see here down in the terminal the output. Let me just make it a little bigger so you can see. Age cannot be negative. This is what an if raise return try except does. Okay, let's go straight to the second one. Now we want to try and except alone. This is the example. So we try first in lowercase try, and then we need the column. Then we want a result already. And what we want to do is we need an example right here. So we're going to get it equal to, let's say, 20 / 0, or we can even get a 10 here inside. Or let's see. And then we want to accept already. And the accept is going to be at the same level as a try up there. So let me first do it, because the indents are very important here in Python. So I did switch to come here in program it, because here I don't have to stick the file name. It's going to be easier for today here on program it. Okay, here we have the two outputs. The first one is for the if raise try except, and the second one is for the try except alone. Age cannot be negative because I did put here minus 47 here by the first definition. And by the second, the try except alone, you cannot divide by 0. Here I have put 20 instead of 10, but it doesn't matter. The most important is to see that we are dividing by 0, and it's going to tell us you cannot divide by 0. This is what try except alone does. Okay, third example. This one is going to be called, as I said before, it's going to be called, try except else. Well, this one is my favorite. This try except else. Let's see what I'm talking about. Result equal, let's put again 20, /0, why not? Well, I did put 25. Try result equal 25/2 because I didn't want to put a 20/0 again, as I did before. And then except 0 division error, print you cannot divide by 0, else print your division is correct, and then result, as you can see. So now we are going to run and see the 3 different outputs of the 3 different no, therefore the 4 different functions. So let's run. For the first one, which was the if raise try except, this is the output. Age cannot be negative because I did put a minus 47, which is my age. The second one, try except alone, the output is you cannot divide by 0 because we divided 20 by 0. And for the try except alone, you cannot divide by 0, same thing, but it does look different. Try result except 0 division error, print you cannot divide by 0. And my fave, which is the try except else, this is how it looks like. Try result 25/2, except 0 division error. Print you cannot divide by 0, or else print your division is correct. And here the output, the last one, is your division is correct, 12.5. Why? Because it's not divided by 0. If we try right now by 0, it's going to tell us, something else. You see, it's going to give us an error. You cannot divide by 0. It's going to give you a 0 division error. That's why it gives you an error right here. But if I put another number here instead of 0, like 5, it's going to tell me again that your division is correct and give me the proper output, the right result. This is my fave. So I'll show you the list one more time so you can copy if you want. These are the examples I did use for all these tries. I'm going to remove it all so we can have more space right now. We're going to get an example of, let's put example of try. We say this one, and accept, and finally this time. Okay, now we can start with try again. We colon, and then we want the result. We're gonna get an equal 10/0 again. Now it's easier. And then here we need already the except, which is gonna be placed by try, except. And then here we want to get again a 0 division, yes, error, and then we want to print. So here we're going to try with 20/3 to see the output. Execution completed. You see I have done the print you cannot divide by 0 just in case we have a 0 here, or else execution completed if it's not a 0 here. So right now it's 20/3, but if we do like, I don't know, 10/0 here, and we run, you cannot divide by 0, execution completed, you see. But if I put, as I did before, I can put anything like 20/7, it's not going to tell you anymore that you cannot divide by 0, but only execution completed. All right, this is what try except finally does. And now we want to try except return and finally. Let's do it. I'm going to write here example of try, yes, except return and finally. Okay, so again we are going to try with the definition. Divide, let's say A, comma B, and then here we want column there, and we want to try first. Let's try first. Here we get the result, and we get an equal A/B, and we want to accept already here, and we want to accept again 0 division error, and we get a column here, and we want to print already. So we print you cannot divide by 0, and return finally, print execution completed again, result print divide 20,7, for instance, just like up there, but maybe I can put something else. Let's say 30 here, 30, and I don't know, 5, doesn't matter. Let's run these two. Okay, execution completed by the first one, which was 20/7 by try except finally, and execution completed for the second one, and they give you the result 6.0, because we did put 30 and 5, we didn't put 0. but we can do it with 0 too. So you can see, so here instead of 5, we're going to get a 0 just to see the difference. And here, you can see this is starting here at the second line, the answer of the second function, the try except return finally. You cannot divide by 0. Why? Because we did put 30, comma 0. They're going to tell you, of course, that the execution is completed, but there is no result for this one. So, but if I go back and put it again by 7 or 5, it doesn't matter. This is something else. It's going to tell you execution completed and give you the right result. 30 divided by 7. Okay, I wanted also to get another example of try except finally, because this one is really not easy to understand. I'm going to get another example right here. And here it is, try except finally first example. And now we have here at line 9, starting here, the try return finally second example. Here we got a def hello. I didn't know what to put, so I did a try return hello trier of unlocking, finally print finally unlocked, and print hello. Let's run this. Okay, this is execution completed for the first try except finally, and for the second one we have at the second line finally unlocked, hello trier of unlocking, and for the third one execution completed and the output. Okay, I just show it to you slowly so you can copy if you want. The try return finally second example also. Okay, and the last one, the try except return finally. Okay, I show them all to you one more time with all the outputs. This is, let me make it right here as a comment. Okay, if raise, try except in one function example, I run them all. So here we have all the different outputs. The if raise try except, h cannot be negative. You remember minus 47, the try except alone. And then the try except else, my fav one, and then the try except finally example with 23 we did, and also with 10-0, and then the try return finally example, try except return finally example with 20/7 and also with 20/0. And we are good for all the different tries. These are all the outputs. Okay. We are good with Python for today. The rest is coming next, if God's willing. Now let's jump straight to Linux. The thing is that this browser doesn't keep, everything we did last week, so I have to retype again. We're going to start with new directories and so on. Let's just do that right now. Dir again, and we're going to do a dir 1 and a dir 2 only. I'm just going to do 2 directories, and I'm gonna get some subdirectories inside also. mkdir-p dir 1 and subdir 1 and mkdir-p dir 2/subdir 2. Okay, let's do again. What did we do? Some files like touch file 1 .txt again. File we touch also for the directory number 2, file 2 .log and another file 2 .txt. Allez up. Like this. I'm going to create another link, ln-s, and link it, link 1, like this. Okay, so now we can ls, and we see all we got. We got a dir 1, dir 2, file 1, and file 2, and we have a link. So last week we did see how to move and copy and so on. I don't have to tell you what we did last week, you can always go back to my previous videos. Right now, I'm just going to insert some content in 2 files. There was, just rapidly so we can move on with what I wanted to do today. Let's put a Bible quote. Again, this is a new day the Lord has made. Just like this. And we're gonna put that in the file 1.txt, and we're gonna echo something else just for a file in we're gonna put that all in the directory number 2, but this one we're gonna put something else like and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Some Bible quotes, they're always good. Okay, this one we're gonna put it in the file 2. I think we have a txt also, yes, for file 2. All right. Okay, now we're gonna move the file. Yes, let's move again the file 1.txt. We want to move it there in the directory 1, right? So just dir 1, and we are good. And we're going to do the same for file 2 in the dir 2. All right, so we have all files, in the different directory. Let's go and take the dir 1 inside so we can see that we have done it right. So file 1 .sh and the txt and the subdir 1. Now we go back to the main and we go in the cd dir 2 to go check, and here we have the same file 2.log and txt and subdir 2 in the directory 2. Okay, now I want to go back again to the main directory, and we want to clear so we can go back to the top. And now here we ls, and what I want to do is to go back to cd dir 1 to go check. Let me cut what we have here. First we ls, and then we cut the file 1.sh, right? There is nothing in this one, but if we cut the file 1. What do we have here inside? We have the file 1.txt. Now we can check. This is what we have here in this file. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let me first clear to see properly. Okay, I'm just going to mkdir dir 3 just to show you how to remove it again. Okay, now we ls, we have a dir number 3, and now I want to show you how to remove. It's rm dash big R and then dir 3. We want to remove the dir 3. It's a big R. Why? Because just in case the dir 3 contains some files, it's still going to remove it. But if you do the simple rm, because you can also do it like rm simply without the big R, and dir 3, it's going to remove use a directory, but if there is something in it, it's not going to remove anything. But if you put the dash big R, it's going to remove whatever is inside the directory. Okay, if I do that, you're going to see that if we ls again, we don't have the dir 3 no more. The dir 3 is gone, you see. Now we have only the dir 1 and dir 2 left. This is how you remove, and you can do the same with the link 1. Let's say we want to remove the link 1, we do the rm link 1, and it's going to remove it. You see, if we do ls, there is no more link 1, right? And you can do the same thing with a simple file, like file1 .txt in the directory 1. If you want to remove it, you do the rm file 1.txt. All right, right now we are not in the directory 1. I just want to show you how to create an error file. The way you do it is ls-l. Let's go to cd dir one first. It's going to be ls-l and then /dir, and then we go a little further, we get a 2, which is a file descriptor, and then we get the the bigger than sign, and then we write error file, and we're gonna call it .sh2, and then when we ls, we got an error file. If I try to open this one, which is existing right now, you see error file sh, you can see it, but if I try to open it, like if I open let's first try to open the file 1.txt with a cat, so you can see that there is content in the file 1 as we did before. This is a new day the Lord has made. This is the content of file 1, and in file 1.sh we have nothing. And now if I try to cut the error file, it's going to tell you it's an error even if the file is existing. Okay, no such file or directory, but you can see that we have it. When we ls, we have error file.sh. I did call it this way so you can see that it's going to be giving you an error, like there is no file or directory with this name, but we know that there is one. This is how you create an error file. Now let's remove this error file with a simple rm error file .sh. We can remove it from the directory. Now we ls, and there is no more error file. Let me clear, so we go back to the top. See, the error file has disappeared from directory 1. All right, now let's get some content also in the file 1.sh, so we can compare these two, the file 1.txt and the sh. We're gonna get something here like I don't know, have a blessed day, my friend, like this. We echo this one and we get it in the file 1.sh. Okay, now if we cut file 1.sh, not sh, now we have a blessed day, my friend. So we have contents in file 1.sh and in file 1.txt. Let me clear and go back to them. Okay, now we can try this comparison and difference. This is easy. This is cmp and the name of the file, like file 1.sh. So this is the command for comparison, cmp file 1.sh and file 1.txt. And then they're going to tell you, defer char 1 line 1. Well, there is only one line in each file. Okay, now let's do the diff, the difference between the two files, file 1.sh and file 1.txt. Okay, this is the difference. Have a blessed day, my friend. This is a new day the Lord has made. This is how they show you the difference between the two files. Well, they display both of them, so you can see the difference. All right, so we have made the compare and difference between two files. Now I want to show you, let's go back to the main directory right now, ls stack. I want to show you how to find out all the users of your system. It's a simple command called getInt, and then pass wd for password. And here you have the huge list of all the users of your system. All right. So if you are one of the users, of course, you're going to see your, your login infos right here. So as we are here, let's see how to add a user. So what you do is just sudo, as you can see here, sudo add user Jofiel. This is my first name. So right here, you can see that this is the command sudo add user. And it's going to tell you changing password for Jofiel. And here you're going to put anyone. And let's put 4 times 2. And then now a password for Jofiel changed by root. Okay, now if we do that again, let me clear and redo it. You're going to see Jofiel in the list. You see we didn't have Jofiel before. So I clear and I do the get tent one more time. Password WD. And you're going to see Jofiel here. As you can see now, I am added right here. You see, I wasn't here before because I didn't log in here. All right. So now I want to remove myself from this thing. Okay, I have already done it. I have removed myself already, but I just typed the comment for you. This is how it looks like when you want to remove a user. Sudo del user Jofiel, which is standing for delete user. Before that, we had add user to add and delete user to delete. As you can see, I'm not on the list anymore. So I don't need this comment here because I did it without you. But as you can see, I'm not in the list no more. All right. All right, let's clear here and create a variable. And to create a variable, you need export command. Export. This is how it works. And we're going to say new var. New var like this. And we want just one word like redeemed, for instance. Let's put one word like this, and then we can echo. We need to echo this one and $1 because it's a variable, and we write here new var. So we want to see it. We want to see our new var. So all we have to do is to enter, and as you can see here, you have your variable called redeemed. But I hope you can see it's right here. This is a variable we created. This is how you create a variable. Export new var equal. You make sure you stick the equal with the word you want to put in your variable. You want to call your variable with, and then echo $new var, and then you can see it. You can also see it in another way if you type env for environment, and here you can see also that you have your new var called redeemed, and you have also other informations like the term Linux, the path, the PWD standing for present working directory, and you have also the home. You have also other informations in the env. This is how you check your variables. All right, that's enough for today in Linux. The rest is coming next, if God's willing. Until then, may He bless you. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. All right, you all, God bless you. Bye-bye.